Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a Broncos.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes.
And the Diablos have moved out in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
On the return, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And he's got room. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Trying to hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play fake. Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Chubb on 1st down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
13 yards remaining on second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Being chased down, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again to Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferkser. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Come on, please,
and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Touchdown! That's caught. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Diablos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
55 mark, guys, 55. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Kill. Pistol. Kill. Check 43. Check 13.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Regular. Hey, alert. Max 42.
Throwing, Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And down to the 7-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Breaks through the contact and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Henry gets him to 2nd and 4. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now they'll throw with Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. And what a big-time play there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Touchdown! It's complete. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Diablos could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
The score, Diablos 28, Browns 14. Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Williams to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, rather than risk anything, Mayfield here, he's going to call a timeout. That's going to leave him with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Let's make these babies cry all the way. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Off.
Watch the whip. Check that.
Mayfield now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second and 8 coming up. From the gun, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Man open. That's Anthony Schwartz. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Brady. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They hand off to their big tight end. And he stopped immediately there. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times have we talked about complementary football? We usually talk about does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, you have to expect in this situation that the defense is going to be playing the perimeter. They don't want any easy passes out there where someone can grab it and step out of bounds. So that was excellent work there to force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Baker. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? But maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Second and 10. Mayfield to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.